So, you're thinking about making the big leap and moving to Houston, Texas? Well, hold your horses and let's have a real talk before you jump into a decision that might leave you scratching your head. There are definitely a few downsides you should know, especially if you're used to the hustle and bustle of vibrant cities like New York, New Jersey, California. Believe me, those are the places where most folks we deal with are coming from, and it's only fair that you're aware of the major differences in the lifestyle and the culture. But before we dig deeper into that, hey there, first timers, if this is your maiden voyage to Houston and you want to get the inside scoop on everything it has to offer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for all the latest updates. We'll keep you posted on the current real estate scene and dish out some valuable insights. All right, it's time to unveil the not so rosy side of living in Houston, Texas. Our first stop is air quality. The first downside of Houston is air quality. Here are some statistics on allergies and air qualities in Houston. Houston is known for its high levels of allergens, particularly during certain times of the year. The city's warm climate and abundant vegetation contribute to the proliferation of allergens such as pollen, mold spores, and ragweed. According to the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, Houston has ranked among the top cities in the United States for allergies in their annual Allergy Capitals report. I will tell you a little bit about air quality improvement efforts. Recognizing the importance of improving air quality, Houston has undertaken various initiatives to reduce pollution levels. These include stricter emission standards for vehicles and industrial facilities, increased monitoring and enforcement, and the promotion of renewable energy sources. So let's move on to our second con, is flooding. Flooding is a significant issue in Houston due to its geographical location, flat terrain, and susceptibility to heavy rainfall. I'm going to give you some statistics on flooding in Houston and why it poses a significant challenge. So Houston has experienced numerous flooding events over the years. According to a study that's published in the Journal of Environmental Research Letters, Houston experienced an average of 2.5 major flooding events per year between 96 and 2019. Now, these events included localized flooding, flash floods, and riverine flooding. But I would tell you that Houston is doing a lot on it in terms of mitigating. Houston has implemented various measures to mitigate flood risks. These include improving drainage infrastructure, constructing detention basins and reservoirs, implementing stricter building codes and regulations, and enhancing flood forecasting and warning systems. So it is important to note that specific flood risks and impacts can vary depending on the factors such as location within the city, proximity to the water bodies, and individual property elevation itself. So it is advisable for residents, to stay informed about the flood zones, invest in flood insurance, follow guidance from local authorities to minimize risks that are associated with the flooding. So definitely make sure that you do your due diligence before you decide to purchase a property in terms of the zoning where it is. Third is traffic. Houston is notorious for its heavy traffic and congested highways, guys. Here are some detailed statistics on traffic in Houston that I'll tell you. The congestion index, let's talk about that. Houston ranks among the top cities in the United States for traffic congestion. The TomTom traffic index, it measures the congestion levels. It indicated that Houston's overall congestion level is around 22%, meaning drivers can expect an average 22% increase in travel time due to traffic. So the average commute time in Houston is approximately 29 minutes, which is higher than the national average of around 26 minutes. This does indicate that Houstonians spend more time on the road during their daily commutes. Houston's highway system is continuously being expanded, and it's being improved to address traffic issues. Several ongoing projects, they aim to enhance connectivity and alleviate congestion, such as the expansion of I-45. We have a lot of new construction of new toll lanes on several highways. 288 has amazing toll lanes. So the Texas Department of Transportation regularly collects traffic volume data, providing insights into the busiest highways in Houston. But we do have really good toll roads now, especially on 288. That makes your commute a breeze. Now let's move on to the next one. We do have what's called high heat and humidity. Certainly, Houston is known for its high heat, high humidity levels, and hot summers, which can make living conditions challenging. Here are some detailed statistics that I'm going to give you on the heat index in Houston. Houston experiences high humidity throughout the year, thanks to its proximity to the Gulf of Mexico. The average annual relative humidity in Houston is around 77%, with the mornings being, often being more humid than the afternoons. The dew point is a measure of moisture in the air, and it indicates how uncomfortable the weather feels. In Houston, the dew point can often exceed 70 degrees Fahrenheit during the summer months. So high dew points contribute to the sticky and muggy feeling commonly associated with Houston's climate. So Houston has a wide range of indoor recreational and entertainment options to help residents cope with the weather conditions. We definitely make do. We want to make sure that we are able to do the things we love to do, just indoors. The next one is public transportation. When it comes to public transportation, Houston, Texas does fall short compared to other major cities. So while Houston does have a public transit system, it's operated by the Metropolitan Transit Authority of Harris County Metro. It is important to note that the availability and the coverage of public transportation in Houston are considered moderate, and lower when compared to other cities. So Houston's public transit coverage is not as extensive as cities like New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Metro, which is a bus service here, it operates over 100 local bus routes in Houston. While this provides some coverage across the city and its suburbs, it is worth noting that the bus system's reach and frequency may not be as comprehensive as in other metro cities that you may be used to or are coming from. Houston does have a light rail system known as the Metro Rail. It consists of 3 lines, a red line, green line, and purple line. While the Metro Rail covers key areas such as downtown and major employment centers, its total length is approximately 23 miles, and it's relatively limited compared to the extensive subway systems that are found in cities like New York and Chicago. Houston offers park and ride services to cater to commuters traveling from the suburbs and the neighboring areas. While this can be a convenient option for some, it is important to note that it primarily serves those commuting to downtown Houston, limiting its reach to other parts of the city. We have several people going from Katy to downtown Houston using the service all the time. Houston's public transportation options, they do fall behind these cities in terms of network reach, frequency, and overall convenience. So limited public transportation can be a significant drawback for those that are considering a move to Houston, as it may result in increased reliance, on public vehicles, longer commuting times, and higher transportation costs. So while it's important to acknowledge that public transportation systems are continuously evolving, it is crucial to consider the current state and available options. We've covered the nitty-gritty of living in Houston, Texas, and we have addressed some of the main downsides. Now, I won't get into the political stuff here because that's not what we're about on this channel. If you are curious about specific stats like politics or crime rates, I would recommend looking them up online, as they can vary from area to area here in Houston. But hey, let's remember, no place is perfect, right? When you take a step back and compare the positives and negatives, you might find that the benefits of moving here outweigh many of the items on this list, especially if you're from up north or California or the East Coast. Now, if you want to dive deeper into the awesomeness of living in Houston, make sure to check out my video that highlights all the fantastic aspects also of living here in Houston. So I really hope that you found value in today's discussion. And if you're seriously considering making the move to the city of Houston, don't hesitate to reach out to us at the number in the video description below. We're here to make your next adventure a seamless one. Oh, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on our awesome content. Trust me, there's plenty more where this came from. And as always, if you're looking to buy or sell in Houston or anywhere in Texas, honestly, pick up that phone and call or text us at the number in the video description, guys. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, my friends, can't wait to see you around. Take care.